Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Anno 1800. Coming to you live, circling high above Import Island. Thank you so much for being here. I really do appreciate it. It is wonderful to see you again. Oh my goodness, am I excited about this series and where it's going. Do not forget, if you're enjoying these episodes, be sure to like every single one of them. Tell your friends, tell your family. We need all the people watching this series because it's going to be fantastic. Make sure the people on YouTube's know what's up. Leave some comments as well. I want to know what you guys think about the series, suggestions, thoughts, what you want to do, what you want to see. I want to know the answers. And of course, if you have not done so already, make sure you subscribe and ring the bell. Okay, shameless plugs complete. Time to get down to business. As you can see, I have done some work in preparation for this episode. And as you will probably remember from our conversations in episode 1, we are going to be creating a breeding ground for our engineer type people. And in order to do that, we need to create a grid which will satisfy the farmer buildings upgrading to workers, the workers upgrading to the artisans, and then making the artisans capable of upgrading to engineers, which is going to take a little bit of work. And in full disclosure, this is actually the second time I've recorded this. And unfortunately, my first attempt was thwarted by a corrupt file. And so I'm going to have to do this again. So I've actually been through this once, so it's going to seem like I know exactly what I'm doing, because I do know exactly what I'm doing at this point. And another thing I wanted to talk about as far as just kind of a little bit of maintenance for the series and how this is going to go forward, just so you guys know. There's 2 expeditions that we're going to be working on. There's the DLC Sunken Treasures expedition, and there's another DLC, the Passage expedition. We're going to be interlocking those 2 expeditions into this series and then developing them into their own series. So what we'll do is, every episode, we're going to do one mission from one of those expeditions until, of course, we get to the location. Once we get to the location, that will evolve into its own series. So, later on in this episode, we'll be showing you a mission from the expedition Sunken Treasures. The episode after that, we'll be doing a mission, and so on and so forth. Okay, now that that's taken care of, let's dive right in and get some things taken care of. Okay, so I gotta set up a grid that will facilitate us putting in the homes and doing the stuff that we need to do to make our engineers. So you can actually, it's funny, I actually just noticed as we were circling above there, you can actually see the kind of groove where I had these put in, because when you put roads down, it actually takes out all the vegetation and makes it super flat. So I left a little indicator here of knowing where to start. And now I'm realizing I didn't need to do that. But basically, I've just set up a grid. I actually, before I recorded even the first episode, I kind of laid out the grid and figured out the space I would need to make this happen. Of course, the zoo is going to go right here. So in the future, this will obviously go away. I do have the thought that potentially, sometime in the future, towards the end maybe, that maybe just a small area in here might actually be a little community of non-engineer and investor types. Potentially some workers and some artisans might live in here and just kind of do a neat little tiny community that kind of facilitates. Maybe those are the workers that work the docks and the artisans that work at the different expeditions and stuff like that. Who knows? Just kind of role-playing it out, that kind of makes sense and feels like something that could be real. So maybe we'll do that. As far as this is concerned, I'm just going to quickly lay out this grid so we can get on to doing the other stuff. So let me just go like that, and 6, that should be good there. And I think that's it on that side, and then we just do the same thing over here. Now, what I've done in order to make sure I have enough resources, oops, I screwed that up somehow. What I've done is I built a little bit of the harbor over here to give us a little bit more space, so we have as much as 400 to start with. But I've also calculated how much we need, and we've got some ships over here. I didn't do this in the first episode. The first time I tried to record this episode, I did not do this. And so in that episode, I had ships scrambling back and forth to get me supplies to try and get this done. In this situation, I've actually calculated how much I'm going to need, and we do have enough between the docks and the ships to get this done. So, yep, I learnt a lesson and I executed it. All right, so let's go ahead and continue this, finish this off. So when we do run out of resources, we do have some resources available to resupply us. So this will be the end of the roads. Now I think one or two of these roads we actually need to delete, if I'm not mistaken. I believe sorry, delete. I think this one comes out and this one comes out, and then I think this one and this one comes out, if I'm not mistaken. I hope I remember that right. We can sort it out anyway. So what we need is buildings, and we've got our buildings down here. So let's start plopping them down as we need them. So we got the marketplace there. We got the pub here, which I'll just throw down there. And we're gonna go with the school on the other side of that. We don't want the children near the drunks in the pub, you know. And then, of course, it makes a lot of sense next to the pub. What would you want to put next to the pub? Well, you want to put the university next to the pub because, hey, it's convenient for them. And then, of course, we need a church, so we'll slap that up next to the school. Just like that. And what else do we need? We need some fire stations, so let's get our fire stations in here like that. We're going to put a couple in there just to make sure if anything goes wrong, we very quickly can have it taken care of. And we need police. We need more services. We need police station. We don't. There's probably a pretty good chance we wouldn't actually need a police station in this place. But hey, we might as well role play this out and get it done the way we wanted to get it done. And I'm gonna stick that guy right there like that. And we're gonna have a hospital. Let's just throw that up here, like this. Where's the entrance? That looks like the entrance there. We'll do that, and that reaches to the corners, which is good. That's all we really needed to do. And we're missing one thing. Maybe the theater? Yeah, the theater, I think. Where's the theater? Here we go. That's going to go right in here. Boom. So, basically, all the buildings required to upgrade farmers to engineers are present and accounted for. Just like that. Now, of course, we need to actually put in those houses. So let's go ahead and get started on that. So we need farmer's residence, and we'll go like that. Now these cost lots of wood. We're probably going to need to go and bring in a ship in a moment to get us there, like that. Now what I'm going to have to do is we're going to have to figure out and calculate, because we're obviously cramming these guys together. And when we go to build our actual residential locations on the island, we're not going to have them crammed together nearly this tightly. And of course, each farmer's residence holds 10, whereas the investors hold 50 and the engineers hold 40. So clearly, we're not going to need to do this all that many times. And so basically, we'll breed these to the engineers. And then we'll basically port them over here to some sort of a setup that we'll have over here that will allow for the engineers to grow up to investors. And then we'll be able to start having an idea of just how many times we need to do this. And oh, there we go. And then that'll help us kind of figure out how long we need to keep this, essentially. We might only need to do this 2, maybe 3 times at the most. We'll have to see. But we're setting it up, and that's what we're doing. All right, so let's go here. We're going to need some more wood. And, in fact, let's go like that, because we're completely out of wood. So that'll give us the 400 we need, again, to hopefully finish all this off. like that, and like this. Bingo. Let's go like that. Bring him over there. This is more bricks, and we should be needing more bricks. Actually, what we're going to probably... Actually, I'm going to move this guy to here for now. What we'll probably actually need to do is wait, because we're not going to need a lot of the bricks until we do the harbor down here, like that. Okay, so we can go ahead and update these, upgrade these, I should say, like that. And now we're good to go. So, oops, if you click on one of these guys, you can see here the need for the market is good, the need for the pub is good. And they'll need, of course, the schnapps, the fish, and the clothes. So in the next episode, we're going to be setting up, over on this island, we're going to be setting up fish, we're going to be setting up clothes, probably going to be setting up a couple other things. Probably some bricks and some wood to have shuttled over here on a regular basis. We also have our Schnapps Island, as you guys know, which is, I think, it's actually that one. This is Schnapps Island. So the Schnapps will be bringing over here as well. That'll be everything they need to upgrade. And then we'll just go through the steps. We'll need to continue to add, maybe each episode we'll add the stuff to get to the next level. Then we'll be fully upgraded to engineers at some point in the near future. And we'll be, at that point, creating our residential area. So, that is that. This is pretty much exactly what we need it to be. All right? So, next thing I want to do is I want to show you guys the expedition. So, as you can see here, we've actually already done the first one. And I was actually able to save it from the corrupt file. And so that's going to cut in now. You guys can watch the first mission of the Sunken Treasures expedition, and I'll see you in a moment. We're off to the expedition. It's our royal progress. It is no coincidence that the trail of roses left in Her Majesty's wake has ended in this pretty continental town. But what could have caused her to cross a narrow sea, poppy-flecked fields, and mythical river valleys? She has not simply waltzed over for the ambiance. This is the heartland of her maternal family line, and she is here with a purpose. Alright, so what are our options? She's a queen. There must be a sign of her somewhere. Hunting is 80, or ask a respectable-looking local if they've seen a fugitive queen. Well, we're getting a little bit better percentage on this, so let's go hunting. A nearby castle or country residence, of course. Eliminate all other factors, and that what remains is the truth, as the sleuths say. The queen would never be content to say it in town. Calculating you are no more than 2 days behind the queen's retinue, you're able to draw a circle on a map that encompasses only a handful of suitably regal stopovers. It is now but a question of exactly which of her landed relatives she came here to visit. All right. Use your knowledge of the royal family to make a guess. 70 diplomacy, or use deduction to discern which royal the queen is visiting. Hunting 80. I mean, it makes no... we'll go with the most logical one. We have the best chance, right? You sneak upon proof. It is her cousin Ernest she is visiting. While the prince's welcome is polite, his stiffness of manner alerts your suspicions. When, after tea, he gives you the freedom of the ivy-clad castle, you waste no time seeking signs she was there. You find paper on the desk in a guest bedroom impressed with quill marks, and make a rubbing. A letter from the queen to her handmaid. It largely concerns itself with Ernest's handsome looks. Oh my. When you raise the subject with Prince Ernest, he becomes rather twitchy. So, diplomacy 70. Tell him that your only wish is to help the queen. Very well, agrees the prince. Once your persuasive speech has come to an end, my dear... my dear cousin asked me to help trace our shared lineage and to establish the validity of certain claims she believes she has through ancient ties to La Corona. He removes a map of the continent from his neatly arranged bureau. Your diplomatic immunity may prove important in the days ahead. What she plans may put her at risk, he sighs. There is to be a masked ball of Monegasque? In Monegasque. A masked ball in Monegasque. You will find her there. Oh, baby, we are back. And we are on hot pursuit. In hot pursuit of the Queen. We are on her trail, and we're going to track her down and see what is up. Sunken treasure. I'm curious. This is a blind playthrough for me. I've never actually done either the Sunken Treasures or the Passage Expedition. I have no idea what's in store for us. I don't know how many missions there are. I don't know what happens. It's going to be... You guys are going to be experiencing it for the very first time. And that's exciting. All right. So, what's the next thing we want to do? We want to set up a really cool dock system. Because we're going to be very quickly importing a lot of stuff. I mean, a lot of stuff. So, I actually am going to do the setup slightly different from how I did it the first time around. Because doing it the first time, it looked pretty good, but it gave me some ideas of exactly how we could do it a little bit better. And kind of make it feel, I guess kind of have some more character, I suppose, is probably what it would do. So if I click on Harbour down here, let's go ahead and we're going to find the depot. We're going to put some depots down here all along the water's edge here. And we're going to just have him go in there. And we'll do that guy in there. And we're going to rotate. Whoops, that's... R is not rotating this game. We're going to be alright. R is rotate. Another game I've been playing lately. There's the rotate. And we're going to have to go Shift V. Because I want to have the... buildings on the end down here. Like that. There you go. So, that is that. Then what I want to do is we want to come down here. And I think I also want to have the building down here. And we want to have this lined up. Like that. And then at the very end, we're going to have the harbor. Like that. And you know what I might actually do? I'm going to put it in. I'm going to enter. Or enter. I'm going to just put the harbor, that harbor there like that in Blueprint for now. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I want to do that. I don't know. We'll see. And then the next thing we're going to want to do is we need to figure out exactly where our piers go. And what I'd like to actually do is I want to keep them equidistanced with the kind of the spacing of 2 there. But I'm actually thinking what I want to do is create some spacing so that they're not all just lined up here, but there's, you know, they're kind of staggered around a little bit, create a little character. So what we'll do is this one here will come in like this. Like that. Actually, I want to take that out of Blueprint mode. There's no point in being in Blueprint mode right now. Because this is what I want. Or, well, let's just lay them out, I guess. It doesn't matter. Like that. So then I think the next one goes here. And then 2. And I think there. And then we would have another one, maybe... We want them kind of out from here a little bit. I'm not sure if this is a good height or distance or whatever or not. Actually, being in well, it doesn't really matter for Blueprint mode because we can move them whether in Blueprint mode or not. So let's actually go ahead and upgrade those just so we can they're easier to see. And that actually tells me that I'm out of products. And we are prepared for that. Bring in the ships. Boom. Let's grab more bricks. And let's... Are we out of bricks? We're actually not out of bricks. But we have... Oh, yes, because we've added more depots, we actually have room. That's a good point. I was going to say we shouldn't have enough room for more than 400, but we actually do because we added the stuff. And we added the things. So that should be... If I've done the math right and haven't made any mistakes, that should be enough materials for us to complete all the things I want to do here. Like that. In fact, actually, let's go ahead and just upgrade that thing. We will just go ahead and upgrade it. That's done. That's done. That's done. Yes. Okay. Good. You guys get the heck over here. Now, do we like that? I think that's good spacing. Let me just go ahead and find... We want to put a couple Harbor Masters in here, and they're going to go something like that. But they're going to rotate... Oh, we're still in blueprint mode. Come on. There's no need. We'll go like that, and then we're going to have another one over here. Where are we going to have that one? Here, I suppose. Yeah, this would be a good spot for it, because it would cover all the other stuff. Perfect. And we want to have it like that. And I'll slap it in like that. I think that looks good. Yeah, you don't want these sticking too far out. That's pretty good. Now, we're going to want to clean some stuff up here, of course. And make this look nice and pretty. So we'll start by getting some quay, some keys, if you will. I think it's keys. And we're going to slap those along this backside here. Now I think it's actually there's a gap there where there's not enough quote-unquote beach to be happy about it. And I want to do some along here as well. Like that. And I think I want to do some off the back of these. Like that. Now I'm totally flying by the seat of my pants. In the last episode, because I was spending so much time shuttling ships back and forth to get the materials, I actually didn't have time to really play around with the keys for you guys and kind of sort out exactly how we want this to look. So now we're going to be able to actually get some stuff done. So if I were to do something like this, do we like that? Or at least up the side, and then maybe we could do it like this on this side. Like that. It actually doesn't want to do there, but yeah. And then if I did that for each one, but just on that side, so this would, I suppose, potentially go like that. I don't know. This might be too much. This might be too much here. So this would go like that. And I think we'd come out like this. We have to figure out exactly. We would want them to be even across no matter what. I'm not 100% sure this is going to look good or not. Construction materials missing. Oh, I don't know if I accounted for this much. Ivory Coast. Wow. This game's been simulating for I don't even know how long. And Ivory Coast hasn't had a problem. All of a sudden they're having an issue. I think it looks like I need more bricks. Let's go get some more bricks, everybody. I don't think I accounted for enough. I think what happened was I didn't account for just how expensive it would be to put down the keys. So yeah, but I think, is that too much? We definitely need to go like this and get them all to the same length. I don't know if I want it coming down both sides of this or not. I might actually go like this to there and actually tidy that up. And then if I just had that consistently, and then it just kind of creates, I don't know, it creates kind of what would look like, you know, a place to dock, even though they don't actually sit there and dock. They come along here and that's it. But, you know, aesthetically speaking, I think it kind of looks good. And then we're going to want to fill in, I'm going to send these guys over here just in case. What's our paper look like? You know what? Let's go, not that it matters. Bring in more money. Let's go ahead and publish that. And let's go over here. I've actually got this thing running super fast right now. And we're going to go like this. And we're going to stick... How many bricks we got? Lots of bricks. Alright. I don't even know what... I sent all those other guys over just in case we get... Make sure we get all the bricks. But I don't know if we're going to have enough room to even take the bricks we got. No, I don't think we are. We're going to have enough... Not even to fill the fourth ship. Alright. So... Excuse me. Oh, don't count that guy. Oh, no. I did the thing. Play. Get back to what you were doing. Thank you. And you guys come over here. Like this. Perfect. Alright. So here come the bricks. They're on their way, ladies and gentlemen. I apologize for the delay. Now, what I also wanted to do was... I'm thinking a road right along here. Just like that. And all the way down to the end like this. And probably, I mean, to start with, I probably would say we want that in there as well. Now, what we're going to do is, I actually had a really good idea of having a warehousing section. For anybody's ever seen, been to, or seen pictures of a harbor, there's, of course, tons and tons of warehousing and stuff. So I kind of had the idea of having a whole warehousing section down in here. That would be completely superfluous and completely unnecessary for the actual functioning of the island. But it kind of gives you the idea of, hey, this is where we store all the stuff, because this is import island. We got to have lots of places to bring the imports to before you distribute it out. So that would be warehouses. So that's kind of my thought there. All right, so let's go ahead and unload these bricks and quickly try to get some more of the things done. I would absolutely say that this has got to be enough bricks now, wouldn't you? Like that. And this guy's got bricks. That's actually more bricks than we can do with. Alright, so let's get these guys out of the way. Go over here. Go over there. There we go. So, we don't need that. We need the harbor and the quay. So, let's take a look. Let's just kind of see how this is going to look if we continue to run these out here in this manner. Like this. Like that. Like that. And like that. I think that looks pretty good, actually. Kind of gives us some uniformity. Gives us some character. I definitely want to connect this up here. Sorry, like this. In fact, you know what? Let's go like that. And by the way, how much do you love it that when you put on regular quay in big groups, they have it make it look basically just like that. They add extra stuff on there so that it's not just sitting there as completely wide open, you know, stone. One other thing I wanted to do, I completely forgot. I do want to stick on. I was thinking we'd have a repair crane out here as well, just, you know, even for aesthetic purposes, right? So that could go, I suppose.
Now, here is a vital matter of queen and country.
Maybe there? Looks pretty good. And can we get some quay? No, thank you.
Ideally, one should keep one's promises.
Yeah, that's too bad I couldn't get around there, but we'll do that for sure. That looks fine. Now, what else do we want to do? We kind of probably want to... Do we want to have these connected? We definitely don't want that. Oops. Okay, that was gone away. I would say you definitely want to have those connected. I think we would want to have a pathway there. And of course the harbor master is definitely going to want to be connected. So maybe we connect the harbor master like this and like that. And then do we connect it there like that? Yeah, that's pretty consistent and looks good. I like that. And then let's, you know what? Let's, oh, I got this thing on triple speed still. Let's go like that as well, maybe. We got little swimming pools there. All right, let's continue. What else do we got to go here? Well, let's say this. Okay, we're getting pretty close to having a really nice looking setup here. I'm curious about your guys' thoughts. What do you guys think about how the harbor's looking right now? Do you like it? Do you not like it? Do you like this stuff here? How much more quay do you think we need? What do you think about the warehousing idea? This is basically going to be... I think I've pretty much got how I want to set it up. It's just going to be a matter of filling in the gaps, which I don't need to show you guys. When you come back for the next episode, I can assure you that will be done. And we'll have kind of my idea of how I like the harbor to look. You guys can let me know what you think about how the harbor looks in the comments down below. And then we'll go from there. Maybe you'll make some adjustments based on some fabulous recommendations from you fine folks. Okay, that's it. That was episode 2. Thank you so much for being here. I really do appreciate it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. And we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.